So pause right there. That's not just a rap sheet, that's practically a career portfolio in crime. Notice how the judge is listing off years like it's someone's resume. Except instead of job experience, it's theft after theft after theft. What does this tell us about repeat offenders and the limits of deterrence?
2005, theft. 2006, theft from a person, felony theft from a person. Possession of a controlled substance, 2007, possession of a controlled substance, 2007. In 2008, theft. 2009, possession of a controlled substance, 2010, possession of a controlled substance, possession of a controlled substance, possession of a controlled substance. 2012, theft, assault, theft. 16, 17, 18. Now, 2019, theft, 2020, theft, 2021, theft, 2021, theft, 2021, criminal trespass, 2021, theft, 2022, theft, 2022, criminal trespass, 2022, theft, 22, theft, 22, theft, 24, theft, 23, theft, 23, theft, and now another theft. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Yes, Judge. On August 29th, 2024, officers responded.
Legal insight. Probable cause is the bare minimum threshold the state needs to move forward with charges. Think of it like the green light to continue prosecution. It's not guilt, but it's definitely not freedom either.
To a theft of business at a Walmart in Harris County, Texas. Officers made contact with complainant, the loss prevention associate, who stated on August 28th he contacted officers about a shoplifting, but no officer responded to take the report at that time. The complainant showed the officer the surveillance video, and the officer observed the defendant select a blue tote, walk towards the automotive section, look around to see if anyone was observing her actions, and select multiple Benzol motor oil quarts off the shelf and conceal them in the tote. The defendant was then observed walking towards the health and beauty section and exiting through an emergency fire door without attempt to pay for the tote or the concealed oil.
Here's where things get interesting. Value matters. In theft law, whether it's classified as a misdemeanor or felony often depends on the dollar amount. Under $100, usually a misdemeanor. But stack enough charges, and suddenly that $98 tote of motor oil could spiral into a serious legal nightmare.
How much the value?
Value. Let me check the OR, Your Honor. It's not in the DIMS.
And I'm guessing because they know it's going to be reduced to a misdemeanor, they just now file it as misdemeanors, Michael, instead of a felony?
I'm sorry, what's the question, Judge?
Do they hence assume intake that is going to be reduced to a misdemeanor as to why they filed it as a misdemeanor?
You know what, Judge, this has been happening a lot, and I'm not sure why. I think, honestly, a lot of it is negligence into not looking at what their criminal history is before they file the charge. Quite honestly, because I see it a lot, and I don't think there's any policy for it.
And Your Honor, total is $98.
Amber, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm now sending you for a drug test. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system.
Line. So high your teeth are going to fall out. Classic judge one-liner. But it also signals a shift. Judges are increasingly frustrated with revolving door defendants. Do you think tougher bond conditions actually reduce crime, or just trap people in jail pre-trial? Drop your thoughts in the comments.
You're to come right back, and then we will discuss where we go from here. I'm going to put a GPS monitor on you, and I'm forbidding you from going to any store that you have a prior contact with in a theft case. Do you understand? And if I find that you have any contact with any of these stores, I'm going to make your bond so high your teeth are going to fall out. Do you understand? Sir. Catch and release days are over. No more catch and release. We are going to get to the bottom of why this continues to happen. And if that means some kind of treatment facility with a dual diagnosis residential program, then hey, but now you're working what? 30 thefts? Stops today. First things first, I'm sending you for a drug test. You must come right back. And if you fail to come back, if you fail to take the drug test, your bond will hit the skyline. You understand? We need to do a deep dive, Alex, into every single store that theft, that all those thefts come from. And just, I mean,
Foster,
I know, if we can just forbid from going to any and all retail stores in Harris County, I mean, just,
Yes, Judge, if you would like, we can create a list.
yeah, I'd like to do a dive into every single theft she's done and
Right here, ma'am.
Yes, Judge.
Oh, have a seat in the dirty box store. Going right that way. Go have a seat over there.
7, Foster.
you're Tristan Foster.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Foster, you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On October 1st, 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop for a vehicle with no front license plate in Harris County, Texas. The officers made contact with the defendant, the driver of the vehicle, and observed an odor of marijuana. A search was conducted and officers observed a black plastic bag under the front passenger seat containing marijuana and drug paraphernalia, such as a weight scale, a bong pipe, and multiple small bags. The officers also found marijuana grinder in the trunk of the vehicle. Marijuana was identified based on training experience and had a weight of 65.9 grams.
Mr. Foster.
Translation. Court orders aren't suggestions. If your license is suspended, even saving Mother Teresa isn't a legal excuse to drive. This judge is drawing a hard line to make sure violations don't pile up like before.
I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Do you have a valid Texas driver license?
Upon the traffic stop, I found out that it was suspended.
I want to impart something to you that I am making it a bond condition for you now that you're not to drive any vehicle for any reason. I don't care what your reason is. If I find that you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. I don't care if there's a burning building or Mother Teresa needs to go to church. You get into a car and drive, there's going to be HE double hockey sticks to pay. Do you understand? What do you do for a living, Mr. Foster?
Sir,
What do you do for a living?
I do for a living, landscaping.
We're going to reset your case, give you time to hire a lawyer. So I'm going to have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. After that,
Can I file out for an attorney from the state?
why?
So I don't have money for a lawyer.
How do you know? How do you know?
Well, it's not my first time, dealing with lawyers, and I just don't have that kind of money right now.
2018, unlawful carrying of a weapon. 2019, criminal mischief. 2018, assault of a family member. 2019, assault of a family member. 2021, criminal trespass. 2022, unlawful carrying of a weapon. 22, felony possession of marijuana. And now you've gotten another possession of marijuana. In all of those cases, how many times have you gotten a court-appointed lawyer?
So,
Yeah, right. I want you now to go looking, and I want you to get a full-time job. And I am now making that a condition of your bond as well. The days of you sitting at Xbox, playing Xbox all day, smoking dope all day, doing nothing are over. I am making it a condition of your bond that you get a full. You've got that smirk on you, and I'm going to tell you now, it's not going to go well if you try to play with me. Do you understand?
I don't need to go spend my money when I'm taking care of my family to get a lawyer on a case that, you know what I mean?
So I want you to go start looking for lawyers.
Okay.
And I want you to start Googling Harris County lawyers. There's a gajillion and one of them, Mr. Foster.
Yeah, they calling my line. They sending paper through the mail. Y'all know.
Okay. Start calling those and find one you can afford.
Okay.
You pick up a new case. You start driving. I'm telling you now, I'm going to revoke your bond and I'll make it sky high. Do you understand?
I understand.
You know, I'll tell you this though, Mr. Foster, you look like you have a lot of arrogance to you. If you put that arrogance into working really hard, holy moly, you could command the entire world. I know people who started as a freaking dishwasher at Chick-fil-A and they worked their ass off. Now owns two of them making 400 a year. That's hundreds of thousands every month that he's raking in because he put his chutzpah into working and his heart into working his ass off. And now, dude, he's killing it. And people thought he was a joke working at Chick-fil-A. And dude's he's the American dream. That's what it's about. Not this, not what you're trying to sell. Don't. Put your heart, soul into it. You can do anything. That's what makes this place so great.
This way, sir.
So is that pre-trial bond conditions?
No, we'll have him sign the no driving affidavit. For what? No, we're good.
All right, Judge. Page 11. Joel, Jonathan?
Yes.
Okay, right up there.
No, I'm just kidding. The affidavit's fine with me. Vic, who's this?
This is page 11.
Good morning, Mr. Joyal. Sir, you're charged.
Notice this detail. Evading arrest doesn't always mean a dramatic chase. Sometimes officers just take their time, knock on your door later, and the case is sealed. It raises a question. If the defendant already knew he was on bond for 3 felonies, why double down with a weapon in public?
Evading arrest or detention, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Yes, sir. On September 30th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a weapons disturbance call in Harris County, Texas. The caller advised that he observed a group of juveniles with a handgun after walking into a Texaco gas station. The caller asked the defendant if he had a gun, to which the defendant stated yes, and that he had it for protection. The officer observed the group walking away from the gas station and activated his lights and sirens. The defendant began to evade upon seeing the officer. The officer had prior interactions with the defendant and knew him by sight and name. The officer later was able to locate the defendant at his residence.
So you said that he goes into a gas at Texaco.
No, Your Honor, the complainant was walking into Texaco and observed the defendant with another group of juveniles outside the gas station with a handgun. And then
Okay, so who has the handgun?
the handgun is with the defendant. And the defendant,
He has a handgun?
yes, the defendant said he had that for his protection.
Read it again.
Yes, Your Honor.
I must be confused. Read, please.
Yes, Your Honor. The officer was dispatched to a weapons disturbance call in Harris County, Texas. The caller advised that he observed a group of juveniles with a handgun after the complainant walked into a Texaco gas station.
So this is an unknown caller.
Yes, it is the caller.
saying, hey, I saw a gun here.
I saw a gun with a group of juveniles. And the caller asked the defendant if the defendant had a gun, to which the defendant stated yes, that he had it for protection. And then the officer observed the group of juveniles walking away from the gas station and activated his lights and sirens. And the
That's when
defendant,
they all like
that's when they,
scam.
yes, Your Honor.
You were on bond for 3 felony cases. I have to imagine that one of the conditions that you're on bond for is no weapons. And now you've picked up another case.
So,
Stop, don't sing. Mr. Joyal, I'm gonna find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. What time of day or night was this?
Your Honor, let me check the offense report. It appears to be at, I apologize, I don't know military time, but 13:26 hours.
It's 1 in the afternoon.
1 in the afternoon, Your Honor.
So he's got the 3 felony cases upstairs. They're all no weapons as well. You need to understand that by picking up this case, it's very possible that they revoke your felony bonds and raise them. And if that happens, 3 felony warrants are going to issue for you. So you need to get with your lawyer extremely quick. No, don't. But I am ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of weapons. And I'm also ordering you not to use or consume any alcohol or dope. And I'm going to drug test you today because I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. You're to come right back and then we'll talk about your lawyer situation. Do you understand?
yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm going to have you take